What's going on YouTube? For years, black men have been saying, and probably before I was born, but we've been saying that black women seem to only want productive men after they become financially stable or after they prove that, they do have money and therefore can have a certain lifestyle. Um, we've talked about how all the quote unquote um, traits or features that black women want in the productive black men are already there, and the last thing to come is financial stability. But for some reason, they only seem to come around or become upset with black men dating interracially when that black man is financially stable. Um, all of the other qualities that he has, all of the other qualities that he must have to reach that level, right? Um, those don't really seem to be desired. Um, and we've talked about this, and black women have said no, it's not true. Um, you're making it up, or you're trying to come up with reasons or excuses to date outside the race and all of the other good stuff. Um, so yesterday I watched that series. What was it called? A Letter to Black Women from a Disgusted White Woman. And there were two black women on there, and I paid close attention to what they said. Now, the first one in part three, she was the editor in chief of Sister to Sister magazine. I forgot her name. Sorry about that, but you can check it out for yourselves. I favorited all five videos. Um, and she talked about black women were upset because they weren't getting the financial resources from productive black men. Now, keep in mind, based off of her comments, right, black women don't really have a problem with black men dating interracially as long as they're broke. And I've seen them before too. Go to any casino or any bar, there's going to be broke black men with all sorts of women. But black women don't really care about that. But the second he's doing well, or exceedingly well, then it becomes an issue. So, she talked about, that's what's making black women upset. And she doesn't talk about all of the other reasons, to why black women can be upset for productive black men dating interracially. Now, I know she had limited time, um, and I know she wasn't hosting the show, but I don't really feel that really helped black women in terms of getting their story out there. You can't say we're upset because we're not getting black men's money. And then she tried to talk about uh, black economics as if dating a black woman or marrying a black woman is going to fix the black economy. When even if I am with a black woman, our money is probably going to be spent uh, on businesses that are controlled by white people. So the whole idea of marrying black to help out the black community is bullshit. We don't spend money in the black community. Um, we just don't. So whether I'm married to a black woman or anybody else, what is the likelihood of me spending money in the black community? Slim to none, the way things stand now. So she tried to put it out there like that, but the fact still remains, you're upset over financial means. Um, and then I kept on watching. In part five, they had Michael Eric Dyson's wife talking about, she made her statements in regards to her son who graduated. Now, keep in mind, Michael Eric Dyson will be the first one to talk about skin color, and look at his wife. That's all I have to say. But she talked about how they had a son who just graduated from medical school, and she talked about how she doesn't want him to marry outside the race because she doesn't want anybody else benefiting from the economic power, and the economic resources that he's going to create through his career choice. And once again, it kind of supports this whole idea that, We want the productive black man simply because of his finances. And you can't tell a man, we want you around for the money. We understand that women want financial stability, but there are other reasons that make it strong, and nobody wants to. Black women don't want to talk about that. They don't want to highlight that. They don't really care. They don't care about our experience. They don't really care about our perspective. They don't care about what we really bring to the table. They don't care about that. They just care about the money. They just care about the wallet. That's why you have women who don't really care if you're the father or not. They just want your resources. And I know some of y'all are going to say, well, other women do it too, but there's a difference. An Asian woman who's going to stand up and say, she wants a productive Asian man, it's a little bit more than money. She knows that there is a certain lifestyle that she's going to get if she's with this man. And the same can go with other minority groups as well. So they are ready and they're willing to accept the lifestyle. They're open to it. They know what they're going to get. So if a Middle Eastern woman says, I want to marry a Middle Eastern man, it's not because, he's well off. It's because she knows, there's a certain culture and there's a certain lifestyle that we're going to have where we're going to do things in a certain way that I prefer. But for black women, you don't really get that. They don't talk about that. The only thing is, it's just money. And like I said before, talk to these women. Ask this woman, why did it take you so long to figure out what you want? Right? And why are you leaving, the unproductive black man for the productive black man? And she's probably going to give you some response relating to money. She's not going to talk about how she's sick and tired of his lifestyle. She's not going to talk about how he has no direction, he has no goals. He can't, he doesn't know how to achieve and set goals in a white-dominated, America, and all these other stuff, right? All these other positive things. Like, she won't talk about how he can't do those things. She'll talk about she's tired of supporting him financially, or she's ready for a quality type life, which takes money. So her response is, more than likely going to be related to money. So hopefully you guys get the chance to watch the video series. Like I said, I favorited all 5 parts, but if you don't have time, watch part 3, watch part 5. And when you watch part 3, listen to what the editor-in-chief of Sister to Sister has to say, and listen to what Michael Eric Dyson's wife has to say. And you tell me, does it hurt or help black women's claim that they want productive black men for reasons that are more than just financial stability and financial means? You tell me, did they hurt you guys or did they help you guys? So anyways, take it easy. God bless. Let me know how you feel. And let me know what you find. Peace.